started, so you've got all your products opened, everything's ready to go. We're going to start going through each individual recipe, and I'm going to explain the assembly instructions to you. So it's going to be easy, but I wanted to show you guys these first. When you're done with the workshop, you're going to go home with your meals. These just came out of the freezer, and you can't even read this, but this is taco rice. The labels that you have, you'll stick on your Ziploc baggies, and it tells you exactly what to do. So your child could actually get this out of the freezer, or your husband, and follow the instructions. This one's taco rice. It says thaw completely, warm in saucepan, used for taco salad or taco filling, great served with sour cream and salsa. So that's how easy it is. So when you go home, you'll have at least 10, and are you guys making more of any of them for your family size?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, we'll figure it out as we go then. So you'll go home at least with 10 of those. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm going to just kind of explain a couple of the benefits of freezer cooking, just so you guys understand. I've been doing this, my oldest daughter is 14, I started when she was a baby, and I just bought recipe books that they're called freezer cooking, and I worked with this company called 30 Day Gourmet, and they did a demo for our church, a huge MOPS group that we had. And they teach you how to make food where you're assembling it. You do pre-work. Today we're not doing that, but some meals you will brown beef, drain it, and come with your browned beef. You'll cook and dice chicken for some of the menus, some of the meals, but not today because we have a grilling theme going on today. So you do your prep work, you do all your grocery shopping, you do your prep work, and then you come to these workshops and you're going to assemble 10 meals or more if you have smaller size families. So I started doing it, one, because I needed the convenience. I was home with little kids and it was crazy. I wanted the convenience of pulling those meals from the freezer and getting something in the oven or on the table in a quickly fashion. It's flexible. You can, if you work, it's really great to take something out of the freezer in the morning, and then when you go home after work, you can just stick it in the oven, it's thawed, and you're ready to go. Or stick it in the crock pot, whatever your cooking instructions are. Saves a lot of money. It seems like you just spent a lot of money. You bought your products, you brought all these groceries with you, but when you are all done with this, you're going to figure out what it cost you per meal. So for my size family of 6, I'll get 10 meals out of these recipes. Your family size of 4, you might be able to get 2 out of some of these meals. And your family size with 2 little kids, you might be able to get a couple extra meals out of it.
We have 6 altogether.
Do you? Okay. Okay. So maybe not you, but 4. So you might be able to stretch. We had people come to our workshop last weekend. One was a mother that had a family size of 6, and she made 10 meals. Her mother, it's just her mom, the grandma and grandpa, they made 25 meals. So when you divide your grocery bill up, your Tastefully Simple bill, divide that by the amount of meals, then you'll see how much money you actually do save. You also get to eat healthier instead of running through the drive-thru. My family of 6 to go to the drive-thru was over $40. It's ridiculous. When Tyler's with me, my oldest son, it's almost $50. It's ridiculous. And you're feeding them, stuff that's been deep fried. So this is a lot better to feed them. It's healthier. Also, you can enjoy a greater variety of foods. I sell Tastefully Simple. I cook like crazy, but I still get into ruts where I make the same things. I'll pick something that the family really likes, and I'll make it over and over and over again until they get bored. I get bored. So this is nice because now you have a variety of food in your freezer, and you can just pull on a day that you're busy a meal from the freezer, stick it in the oven, on the grill, whatever, and have a nice meal. Days that you're home and you want to cook, you cook. These are really great for your busy days. All right, this gives you more free time. You're going to be doing all this work today. Now, for the next several weeks, you'll see the savings of time. You'll take these bags out of the freezer, thaw them, whatever the cooking instructions are, you'll throw away the bags, and you'll have less cleanup, you'll have more time to just make a couple side dishes for this menu, and you'll be done. One thing we love about it is you can share this stuff with others. If you are not a fan of one of the meals that you're making, or you don't think your family will like it, someone else might love that. If you have a friend having a baby, someone having surgery, you can bring them a meal from your freezer. And oftentimes, people are inundated with meals when something happens, a tragedy or a baby. This way, you can stick it right in their freezer, and then when they want it, they've got it. So that's another nice perk. And then picky eaters, I heard you saying that you had some picky eaters, they didn't like the ribs or whatever. You make it work for your family. So you don't have to make everything exactly the way. Perfect example, one of the things we're going to make today is sweet and simple salmon. You guys bring salmon, or did you do something else?
Yeah, I brought chicken.
Chicken, okay. My family loves salmon, except for one picky eater. So I made this with salmon, unbelievable. But if your family doesn't like salmon, you can do chicken, you can do whatever you want. So it's according to your family and their likes. You can really adjust these meals.
Will you ask me about tuna?
Didn't you say you cook with tuna? Tuna steaks?
tuna steak.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, and I didn't bring one, but yeah.
you could have,
Okay.
you could have. And once you go through this, you'll understand and you'll see that you can really improvise. And that's why when we put the grocery list out there, we'll say your choice of and give you a couple options, just so you know you don't have to go with salmon if your family, I mean, that's a dish that people either love it or they don't. All right, so you will have, you were given your grocery list, you brought your groceries, you've opened up all of your products. Pre-work was easy on this one. Did you bring your bratwurst? Okay, so that was the only pre-work you had to do was stab your bratwurst with a fork and then stick it in a Ziploc bag and you were done. Oftentimes, like I said, we'll brown beef, we'll cook and dice chicken or whatever. All right, so the first meal we're gonna make is drunken steak. So what you need to do is grab out your 2 to 3 pounds of steak, whatever steak you brought, not your cube steak though. I know there was a little confusion over a cube steak. So your 2 to 3 pounds of steak, we're gonna need that. Then we're gonna need your one of your 1 gallon Ziploc bags. Definitely recommend freezer bags. There are, and I buy Great Value everything from Walmart, except when it comes to my freezer bags. I should own stock in Ziploc doing these workshops now, but you definitely want to try to do the freezer if you can. If not, it's fine. If you're freezing something for a long time, you're really gonna want that.
I noticed with the Great Value that the ice crystals show up very quickly.
Yeah.
I did froze the zucchini and did that.
Yep, absolutely, and it just doesn't have that tight seal for the freezer. All right, the products you're gonna need for this one, we have 4. We're gonna need onion, garlic, seasoned salt, and Merlot. So get those all out, and your 1 gallon Ziploc bag. All right, now this is how easy this is. Open up your Ziploc bag, and you're gonna transfer your steak into the bag.
Just
So
one.
you just did several little ones.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
now
I asked him, because what was it?
2 to 3 pounds,
Of just
steak of your
steak
choice.
of your choice. And he said just to get this. And Bueller's had the pick 5,
Okay,
buy 5, get 1 free.
okay, so
So-
awesome. Now, is that more steak than your family would eat in one night? Could you get 2 meals out of that, or do you think that's one meal?
I would say probably 1. See, I'd probably do all of these. No, I might split this up.
See,
I'd
for my
probably get
family,
2
2 to
meals.
3 pounds, I always go on the higher side. I'll do 3 pounds, that'll feed my family 1 meal. I might have a
I'll
little
probably
more.
do all of it because this is only a half a pound.
Okay,
Now, if I wanted to do.
if you wanna do 2,
Separate, because I don't eat steak, he's the only one that eats steak.
Okay.
So I would do all 3 individually, is that right?
is it this really just for your husband, or do you think the kids?
I don't think, they might, I don't know. But if 2 max, probably.
That's what I would do, absolutely, yep.
I mean, these
yep.
are more bones, bones of steak. These are only half pounds. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna do all these together.
Okay,
Because
that's
we're
fine.
leftover eaters. Are you guys?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'm going to just throw all of them in
So
there.
anything that we have leftovers.
So just put all 3 in here?
All of them in there then, if you're gonna make 1 meal out of it, put all of them
Yeah,
in
are
there.
those strips?
Yeah.
I didn't have those meals. Is that on the pick 5?
No.
No.
It was a disaster, but no. I didn't end up getting a big 5 deal.
And we've had fun at our workshops, figuring some people will really look to find their meat on sale and they'll go to a couple different places. And other people end up with a huge grocery bill, so we've had fun figuring out, how much people have spent on their groceries.
Yeah, this is 3 pounds basically.
Okay. Yeah, you'll probably have some leftover, but if you eat leftovers, you can slice it up and put it on salad for lunch the next day. All right, so now to add to this, if you guys do want to wash your hands first, you're welcome. You can keep
Paper
washing
towel
them.
or something.
Yep. And we'll clean up, I've got Clorox wipes in between. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna open up your Merlot sauce and we're gonna take half the bottle of Merlot and pour it on. The other half we're gonna save for a different recipe. So half your bottle of Merlot is gonna go on there. That's why your steak will be drunken.
Just dump it in there?
Yep, you're just gonna dump half your bottle over your steaks. And then we're gonna add a tablespoon of onion, a tablespoon of garlic, and a teaspoon of seasoned salt. And I know Lenore knows this because she's a consultant, but this is something hopefully we can teach you today, is your lid is 2 tablespoons.
Oh.
So when you need 1 tablespoon, you're just gonna take half the lid.
Okay.
So great to know for when you guys make dips and stuff like that as well at home. So you're gonna need half a lid of onion, half a lid of garlic, and then your seasoned salt, I actually will measure
Yeah,
that out for you.
I know, that's one thing, how am I
Yeah,
gonna
you're
do
just gonna estimate. You wanna try to save half for one more recipe we have with it. Okay, so I'm helping you.
Are you filling it all the way?
No, because we're only doing 1 tablespoon.
Oh.
If we wanted to
Oh, okay,
do
yeah,
2
yeah,
tablespoons,
okay.
we'd fill it all up.
Gotcha. This is my garlic.
So onion and garlic, we're only doing
Half a lid full.
and
Yep,
this one we measure.
yep, this one we're gonna measure. Alright, you ready for it?
So when you do these in bigger groups, do you have trash cans by there?
Yes, yes. Not, I mean, we don't give a trash can to every person, since we're doing this nice and small in my home, we can do that, but we'll have them spaced throughout. Unfortunately, the one thing we need to figure out is a great way to recycle during this day, because we throw so much trash away.
Right.
Alright, yep, sorry. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do. Once you get it in there, seal it up, get as much air out of it as you can, and then we're gonna mix it all up. So you're not ready to freeze it yet. You don't have to get every single stitch of air out yet, but just get
Get that
enough out.
straw.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Have you ever heard my story about that?
No, but I was reading it or something. And
Yeah. When I learned how to do this, when we did anything with a marinade, they would have us put a straw in the Ziploc bag and suck out the air, and one time I ingested it and I thought I was gonna die. It was a marinade for chicken breast.
Yeah.
So rub it all in good like Lenore's doing and get it all mixed in good, and then once you're done, you're gonna lay it flat and squeeze out all the air that you can, and then we're gonna affix your label, and you'll
I
have
don't know,
one
my
in
garlic
your
on one of them.
I know, me too.
And you know what, it doesn't need to be perfect, but this is the great thing about this, is you are freezing the meat with your sauces and seasonings in it, so it'll absorb it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll absorb it, and then when you go to thaw it, then it's gonna thaw in the marinade, and
Okay.
then it'll just be that much more flavorful.
So I'm making
And-
these things go flat.
Yep, once you get it all mixed, make it go flat. It's like an art class, isn't it?
Okay.
Alright, and then flip it over to where you wanna put the label, is that good? And then grab your label, give your sheet of label.
Yep.
And put your drunken steak label on it, and then read your instructions.
All completely preheat, grill, and cook to your liking.
You think your husband could do that?
Absolutely.
Good for you. I don't know if mine can, but there you have it. 1 recipe done. I'm just joking. Okay, so 1 meal down. Isn't that easy?
Awesome.
So if you can and you want to stick it back in your cooler to keep it cool, great. A lot of people will get all their meals done and then have to put them out and take pictures and post it on
I'm gonna
Facebook.
take
So.
pictures.
Okay, the next one we're gonna do is Awesome American Barbecue Chicken. So for this one, you're gonna pull out 6 chicken breasts. And we're gonna open up your Awesome American Barbecue sauce, and we'll use half a bottle of that. And then we'll use garlic, and we need another Ziploc baggie.
So garlic and barbecue sauce.
Yep. 2 products, your chicken and a bag. All right.
Okay, I'm funny about my chicken. I had to clean it.
And you know what, that's absolutely fine, and if you know what, when you asked that question of me, I thought that might be something we start putting in here.
Like, I
Is
have
if
to
you like
get
to
the
cook in
stuff
and get
off
the
of it.
fat off of it
Yes,
ahead of
that's-
time. Yeah, I'll add that to the next batch of instructions.
I mean, I know you don't have to clean chicken, but I
You're
don't,
definitely gonna wanna go drain all your juice.
I don't like that white stuff.
Oh, me either. I told Tim, this is for you. I don't need it out of the bag.
Okay, do I put this on paper towels to get the juice off of it, or? am I good?
Well, I've never had anyone come like that, with it prepared in a baggie like that, so I would just grab it out, it's okay to get wet.
Okay.
Get your excess.
Cause that's just the juice, that's not water, that's just the juice
Juice
in
in
the chicken.
Do you want me to give you paper towels to dry it? I mean,
That's
you're
fine.
making a
Just
marinade.
sit it on
so-
top of it.
Yeah.
I'm funny about chicken.
Ooh, me too.
Alright. So, you have 6 chicken breasts. Now, for me, 6 chicken breasts is 1 meal. Now, you have to decide that for yourselves. If you think your family can get 2 meals out of that, and you only need 3, then grab 2 Ziploc bags and we'll make 2 meals for you. And it also depends on the size of the chicken breast. Some of the ones we'll get at Walnut Creek Cheese up the road are gigantic, so it just depends on,
I have little ones in here.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so, yeah, see, those are pretty large.
Yeah.
So for you, 6, are you doing 6 or how are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna do them in separate bags,
Okay.
2 in each one.
Walmart had a family size bag, I think it was 5 pounds, but for $10.
I got these for 7, and they're probably half as much.
That's a 3-pound.
Yeah.